Let's take a look at your vacuum cleaner. Okay. How long have you had this vacuum cleaner?
About 2 years.
Let's take a look at it. How often do you replace it?
Like 5 years.
About every 5 years?
Yes.
How much are you spending to replace this?
About $300.
About 300. So in 15 years, you're spending about $4,500. Whereas this Ritello will last you at least 25 years. Okay, Mina, did you know that all of these vacuum cleaners, doesn't matter which kind you have, from a cheap model to the most expensive like a Kirby or Dyson, Shark, all of them, they work on one principle. They have either a bag, a canister, or some type of a filter, but they're all a porous material. That means that air has to flow through it. So what you got here, you've got an air intake where the air comes in, you have a motor, and then it goes through some kind of a canister here, and then it has some filtration system, and then it has the exhaust port right here where the air is coming right back out into the air. But the thing is, with porous type filters, that the air has to flow through the filter. And so as much air is coming in, the same amount of air has to come out. And air is not the only thing that's coming through that filter. You got tiny particles, HEPA-sized particles that are going through the filter. And those size particles are the ones that's making you sick.
Oh.
Okay. So every time you turn this machine off and store it in the closet, you've got the motor that's warm. You're putting it in a dark room, and it's creating bacterias. And then the next time you turn it on, you smell that smell. Now, what if I put some meat to be cooked on the countertop and I left it there for a week, but I didn't cook it? Would you eat it?
No.
It would smell awful, right?
Yes.
It's the bacteria that build up. And that's the same thing that's happening with this vacuum cleaner. As you let it set into the closet there, it's building up bacteria, and it's polluting your air every time you turn it on.
Mm.
So let's take a look at this filter. You see all that? And I shake it.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh.
I just shake it a little bit and look at all that dust coming out. But you see, this is a porous filter. Can you see the light coming through it?
Yes.
That means that if the light can go through the pores, so can dust particles. So when you put this back in, when the air is going through it, not only air is passing through this, but also particles of dust is coming right back into the air. So here's the canister, and here's the exhaust port. So let's see if I turn this on. Let's focus on this exhaust port right here. Whew. My.
Oh.
Did you see just a second all of that dust that's coming out of the air? Let's turn on the Ritello to stuff some of that. Okay, would you agree that using the technology of today, all of the methods to clean are totally ineffective? So anytime you use a feather duster, a broom, or this vacuum cleaner right here, you're actually polluting the air with this. I'm just pushing the dirt right back into the air. Whereas with the Ritello, 100% of the impurities in the air are being trapped into the water. Are you familiar with the Massachusetts Institute of Technology?
No.
Well, they did a study on the dirt in the vacuum cleaners. They took a thimble full of the filth, and they found that there were over 5 million germs and bacteria in that filth. So you don't want that floating around in your house, do you?
No, I don't want.
Okay. Okay, so would you call this vacuum cleaner a cleaner or a polluter?
Polluter?
So every time you use this, germs and bacteria and viruses are being thrown out into the air. Is that healthy or is that unhealthy?
Unhealthy?
So along with things that don't work, I mean, what would you do with this? Would you still want to use this?
No.
So welcome to the Ritello family.